to the city streets, we began to feel the fire.
Alright, welcome back to Funny Computer Up. I still remain the one and only Epiphania for Funny Computer Up. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to trim, weld, and intercept. We are going to delete all this. We are going to delete all this. I'll just leave the rectangle. Okay. Okay, so I'll just leave the rectangle. This rectangle that is here. Okay, so leaving the rectangle now, to trim, can you see, to trim, there's something we call trimming. I think we use the word trimming when we are doing our tracing, right? So now I'm going to teach you trimming, weld, intersect. Let's say I have this object here. I have this boss, then I will duplicate it. In another way to duplicate, you can just select the boss, the rectangle, the object, and just press letter D on your keyboard to duplicate. Once you press letter D, can you see now? It's now 2. Okay, not letter D, sorry, control D. That's what I did. Control D. Okay, so you press control D. First of all, select the object. Let's select this object, or let me select this image now. Press control D on my keyboard. I think we have been able to do that. Okay, to duplicate this image. Okay, so when we talk about weld, let me bring out something to use it. Let me get an eclipse. Draw an eclipse. Okay, draw this eclipse now, and then okay, so I'll draw an eclipse. This is an eclipse. Okay, let me add color to it. So I can now decide to place it here. Okay, then once I place it, this one is on its own, while this one is on the rectangle is on its own. So I can decide to select this rectangle and then hold down the shift key on my keyboard, select the next object, this object. So once I select the two, select the rectangle, sorry, the two did not select. I'll press and hold down my shift key and press, sorry, it didn't select. Why? Okay, hold down my shift key, select the next one. Can you see now? Can you see now? I'm able to select the two objects, because if you look at the transform has been extended. It ends here, starts here. Okay, so if you observe now, once I select this thing will come out. These icons will come out. The first one is weld, second one trim, intercept, simplify, and others. Okay, so but if I just selected only one, if you observe, you're not going to see them. So if you decide to mark it, select the two. Can you see now? Can you see now? Almost, if we try as if we want to group. So once I select the two, I can select the group, right? Yeah, but this one around, we don't want to group. I've thought to grouping. Okay, so now I want to use this weld. Okay, so to be able to see the effect of weld, you just place one object on top of another. So I can decide to make a select. Instead of me using my shift key on my keyboard, I'll just make a select the two. This weld will come up. So weld is combining object. If you can see what is, there is a light up that displays here. Just read it. It means combining object into a single curve object with a single fill and outline. When we click on weld now, what you are going to see is this our rectangle will come here, come like this, then it would come to the hope you can see my cursor how I'm drawing this thing. So let's just click on it so that you can see what you're going to have. Can you see how it is now? That my yellow has turned to red, and not just turning to red. If I click on this thing now, all of them will be just be one. Can you see now? I've been able to merge that eclipse with my rectangle. Can you see how it is now? So that is welding for you. That is welding for you. Okay, so like combining two objects together. Okay, so that is welding for you. Let's say I decide to bring another object now, drop it this thing here. Let's say I decided to bring another one. Let's say I want to use another different um or let's say let me still use the same rectangle. Let's say I decide to put the rectangle this way. Okay, let me not try to, I can decide to change color so that you know that there are two different rectangles. So I'm like select only the two, click on weld. Can you see now? Can you see now? I've been able to mesh the two together. So the two we have one outline. Can you see? They are not different objects again. They are now two. Okay, so that is for welding. If you want to remove the weld, just write them Ctrl Z. What you just did will reverse back. So I'm pressing Ctrl Z now. Okay, so that is for welding, right? The next thing we have is, let me just select this thing. You have the next one is trimming. Trimming means cutting out a portion of an object using the shape of another. Okay, if I select trim now, like this thing is like this. If I just select trim, let me give this one another color. If I just select trim, you're going to see what will happen now. If I just make it select and select trim, let me just show you. This one is on its own. Can you see? This one is also on its own, but there is something that has been cut out. If I remove this one now, can you see? This one has been cut out. Okay, because this one is on top of it, so some part of this one has been removed. Okay, so that is for trimming. I can decide to, let me do another trimming now. Let me use a circle this time around. Okay, let me use a circle. Let me add it a different color. Let's say I have it here. Let's say I have it here now. I'll select this circle. Let's say I use my shift key, select the rectangle. Can you see now all of them are the same? Then this thing will come up. Can you see trim? If I click on it, you're not going to see it until you just click on empty space and then select one and remove it. Can you see now? This space is now white space. There is no background on this one because I'm able to cut out a circle shape from this object. So for you to confirm this now, let me place it on top of here for you. Can you see now? You can see the color. Can you see now? So there is nothing inside this circle again, inside this rectangle, this part that you're seeing circle shape. So let's say I decided to put this circle this way. Okay, I can decide to select the two, click on trim. It will just cut out this part whereby the circle is on. So click on trim, remove the circle. Can you see now? Can you see? So that is trimming. It will just cut out some parts, okay, using another object. So that is trimming for you. So the next one we have is intercept. Intercept is let's say for example, this training is for graphic designers, right? I'm going to show you one of the secrets that we use, one of the secrets that we do, just maneuvering things we do on graphics using intercept. Intercept is just like, let's say for example now, I have this. Let's say I have this. Let's say I have this object now, just as it is. Then I'll use this one. I use this one. Place it here. Okay. Let me just reduce this circle. Place it here. If I select the two, if I just select the two, this object and then this circle. I click on intercept. Where the two merge is what will come out. Can you see the drawing that is here? There's a dark on the center here. Okay, intersect means the merge. It says create the it says create an object from the area where two or more objects overlap. So this is where this object overlap. The circle is touching this one at this part. So that is where we are going to that is what we are going to see now. It will create an object there. So if I click on intercept now, can you see this thing has left, our transform has left by selecting or to just select what is at the center of it, where the both objects meet. So if I just click on empty space, remove this object, remove this one, click here, remove this one, remove this one. Can you see? Can you see what we have? So this is intercept. Okay. So we also have another one. Let's say I play this thing here now. I decide to add a different color to it. I'll just select the two, and then the next one is simplify. It says trim overlapping area among others. Let me just select it. You see what we're going to have. Can you see now? You are able to cut out the overlapping area. So this is also a way of intercepting. So you will be confused and ask me, is it not the same thing? Yes. Okay, the same thing. Okay, but in some cases you know where to use it. Okay, so let's say I decided to use this particular thing again. Let's say I use a different color this time around. Select the two. The next one is it's a front minus back. It's a remove the back object from the front. Okay, this time around now we are going to remove the back from the front. So let's now select it, front minus back. You see what you have. Can you see now? This time around is now the front. It's not the back one that will remove, cut out the front. Okay, but you know when we did this one now, is the front, the one that is at the front that cut out the one that is behind. Okay, so that is it. Let's say we just decide to do another image, do another rectangle, another object. I'll just bring it here, duplicate it. Okay, let's say I select the two. Let's say I select the two now. The next one is a back minus front. It's a remove the front object from the back object. So we're going to remove the front object from the back. Okay, and it's what we have. The front we remove, we cut out, just trim out, we just cut out the intersection between him and the back. It will just cut it out because you know that intersection here is that it is going to create the boundary between the two, the connection. Okay, so let me just do Ctrl Z so that this one will just be on this one. Okay, then we have, let me select the two. We have the last but not least, which is create boundary. So create a new object that surrounds the selected object. If I click on it now, you will see what will happen. I'm able to create a boundary. Can you see? Can you see? So none of these objects cut out, but I'm able to use the way I place it to create a boundary. Can you see? Can you see the boundary I just created? So I can start to add it a color. Okay. So this is what we call welding, trim, intercept. This thing is so amazing. Okay. Let me just delete. Let me just delete most of this design. I'm going to I'm going to show you how we use it in most of our works. Let's say for example now I have a design. Let's say for example I have a design. Let's say I import this design now. Okay. Um let's say I import this design now. I want to teach you intercept now. Let's say I import this design. Let's say somebody sent you a design as a graphic designer. I want to show you one of the things, secrets, okay, that we do in graphics. Let's say somebody sent you a design, let's say an old design. Okay, it is not just an old design, it's just a design that has been designed, a work that has been designed before. Okay, it's not a new design, right? So let's say somebody sent you this type of design now. Below here, you can see some. Let let me use this one, this YLE. Okay, obviously this thing is simple, right? You can create it. But let's say now you don't have time to create it. As the person now asks you to create this design, that means it will have the same background, okay, the same background color and all that. Obviously you have to take your, let me just add a background here. Just add it. So I can decide to use my eyedropper, select this background and add it here. Can you see both are now the same, right? So, and it has us to add exactly stuff that is here. And let's use this thing as an example. Let's say this thing is a logo, but this one thing is very easy, right? You can just duplicate it. So, but I want to use this logo that is below here, but let me just use the one that is bigger so that it's not confusing. So for you to do that now, let's say you don't have the logo and they say that, oh, sorry, oh, we cannot find the logo again to send it to you. Please, is there anything you can do? Is there anything, as a graphic designer, you need to be creative. So what one of the things that you can do here is this. Let me just zoom this thing so that you can see it clearly. What you can do is this. You can just bring a rectangle, okay? Draw a rectangle on top of this. Draw a rectangle. Once you draw a rectangle, okay, we just still the rectangle is what is still selected, right? I'll place down my shift key on my keyboard. Shift key. Let me type it. Shift key. You place and hold your shift. Make sure you select the rectangle first that I draw, alright? So you place and hold your shift key. Don't remove your hand. Then place this design, this whole design, anywhere you place. You know, this whole design are together, right? You just place anywhere. Can you see now? I'm able to select both the rectangle that I added and then the design. Can you see this weird stuff has come out? So once it's like this, what I'm going to click is I'm going to click on intersect. So once I click on intersect, now it has been able to bring out a part where this rectangle that I added and the design meet, right? So I'm going to bring out the art one, the rectangle I added, then I click on it again. Can you see something is here? So I'm going to bring this thing out. Can you see now? So I've been able to cut out this from this design. So this thing is below. I press Control Shift page up, it will be upward. So can you see now? Can you see? Remember this thing that I cut out now, there's also a background that is added to it. But being that the background is the same with this, nobody will know. Can you see how it blends? It blends, right? So this is one of the maneuvers which you can do in order to make your work so easy and fast. Let's say instead of you, let's say, please don't just keep on doing this thing, okay? We do it if, for example, the logo, okay, a client did not have the logo and maybe there is a design that have been done to them and that logo is on that design. So this is a way you can get the logo out, okay? So that is it. Then another thing I want to show you before I end this tutorial now is this. Let's try to create a pot. You know that old you know that old mama's pot, right? That old mama's pot. Let's try to create it using this weld, trim and intersect. You just draw a circle. We add it a color, right? We are going to draw and we draw a rectangle, add it a color. Okay, I'm not going to use a small circle. I can decide to duplicate this circle, then place it here. As I'm placing it, I just place it here, then select the two, this circle and this rectangle. I can use my shift key, select the two. I want to cut out this part, so I'm going to use trim. Okay, if I bring out this thing, can you see now this part has been cut out? So I place this circle here too. I want to cut out this part too. Use my shift key, select this one, press trim, click on trim. So can you see what we have now? So I'm going to place this thing here, just reduce the size. I'm going to place it here. Remember, we are trying to create a pot, right? So I can decide to make it with the same color. I can decide to remove the outline. Can you see I've removed the outline? Okay, there's also an outline on this circle. I can decide to reduce this thing a bit. And there's also an outline on this circle. I'll remove it. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do now is that we are going to add the mouth. So it's just an eclipse. Just draw it this way. I'm going to place it. You can add it any color, let's say white or whatever. Can you see amazing thing which we have created? If you have seen this type of pots before, I want you to comment on the comment section. If you're watching this tutorial from my YouTube channel, I want you to comment on the comment section and say, write amazing pots. That's amazing, right? That is also amazing. Some of these Gen Zs will not know what we are talking about. Seriously, if you are Gen Z, so you will not understand. These spots are old mama spots. So can you see now? So with this trim weld intercept, can you see how we are able to create something? So that is the work of graphic designer. Graphic designers are creative, and I want you to be creative. So stay tuned, watch the tutorials, and if you have any question, comment it on the comment section. And also, one thing I want you to do for me now, I want you to tell me one or two things which you have grabbed from this training. Just comment it on the comment section if you're watching from my YouTube channel. Okay, if you're not watching from my YouTube channel, you can reach out to me and tell me what you have grabbed so far from this training. Okay, but if you're watching from my YouTube channel and you have been enjoying our tutorials but you're yet to subscribe, kindly smash the subscription button below this video and turn on the notification bell so that anytime we drop amazing tutorials like this, YouTube will give you a notification that finally comes out of I've dropped an amazing tutorial, and I'll see you in the next training. Alright,